do is first start by talking about trends that are contributing to this shift. So what are driving brands to become media companies? Content publishing has been around for a really long time. In fact, technically, we could say it dates back to the first writing system that was developed over 5,000 years ago. But in recent day, nothing has really changed the way we produce content, the way we consume content, the way we distribute content more than the internet. And the reason for that is that it's removed a lot of the barriers to mass publishing. So it used to be that if you wanted to be a publisher, you needed to invest a lot of money in capital equipment, you needed to create this elaborate distribution network. But now with simple tools like websites and blogs, any company, any brand can create content. Any brand can have a voice. Any brand can demonstrate their expertise. And then with new distribution channels like search and social media, any brand can target and reach their audience at the click of a button.
If you want to be relevant to consumers and achieve that top spot and get the traffic that you actually want, you need to pay attention to what you're doing to what you're providing the consumers out there in the marketplace within the digital space. So you need to be paying attention to your content, and you need to make sure that that content is relevant, and you need to make sure that you are being very efficient about how you're creating that content. The most important thing that I could probably say to people, especially agencies out there, as well as brands, is adapt or die.
One of the things that we've came to understand as being a publisher of content is that it's not just one piece of content that's going to populate a website that are going to keep people engaged. It's coming up with the right combination, the right media mix of content, which are going to both drive traffic to a website as well as engage the consumers when they come onto the site. So we can obviously take text articles and we're going to realize that the time on site's not going to be that great, which is going to evolve into something with photo galleries. So photo galleries are more sticky, people turn pages, and so obviously there are far more impressions. And then that evolved eventually to video. So people wanted to stay on the site a little longer, become more engaging with short form content, which obviously evolved into things with more long form media. So the point is, there are multiple mixes of content that brands are going to have to start working with. They're not going to know immediately what's going to work for themselves until they start to test them.
I think David talked about something really important, something fundamental in a fundamental shift that's happened in digital marketing. When you think about 18 billion searches being run every month, when you think about the idea that content has a shelf life of just 18 hours on Facebook, what that means for brand marketers is that you need to completely change your approach to content. If it was sufficient 10 years ago to create one great piece of content, one white paper, one consumer-focused commercial, and to play it over and over and over again in a month. Today, when you find that search is the primary method of information discovery and social is the primary method of passing on that content, you need to be creating far more content than ever before.
85% of time, the digital journey begins with search. Evoke that response. How do you get someone to take an action, to download this white paper, to fill out a response, to call, to invoke text chat, whatever the action is that you're looking for, gather information. Content really can be very, very effective and compelling content.